Darian, your background is much nicer than mine.
It's my wedding photo wall.
Oh, see, Chris and I never got any of ours printed.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, we just did it like 6 months ago. So
Yeah, but I got married in 2018.
yeah, we got married in 2017.
Oh, okay, then I feel better. So, I, my brain isn't working anymore after this morning. I'm sorry.
We're connected. We're connected.
All right, sir in the blue shirt, what's your name?
Officer Sheehan with the Huron Township Police Department.
How's it going?
Good. How about yourself, sir?
Excellent. All right, back in the waiting room for you now that I know who you are. Yeah.
Okay, bye-bye. Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon.
I did start your recording.
Counsel, is that your client that's coming in there with the big beard?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Stevenson.
Sir, are you Joshua Stevenson?
Yes, sir.
All right. Gentlemen, People versus Joshua Stevenson, your appearance is for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Larry King on behalf of the people, P78774.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. May it please the court. Dwayne Johnson on behalf of Mr. Joshua Stevenson, 41842. And we are waiving an in-person appearance and willing to proceed by Zoom.
Appreciate that, counsel.
No problem.
And are we ready, Mr. King?
Well, Your Honor, my victim in this case was subpoenaed to appear by Zoom. Is there anyone else available in the waiting room? Aside from our.
All I've got right now is Mr. Sheehan, officer from Huron.
Do you mind if you pop me in with Officer Sheehan to see if he's had a chance to contact the victim and get her served?
I don't do breakouts. Let me have Paula do that.
Hi, Paula.
Hi, Larry. Good to see you again.
Number 6 over there on Retail, whatever. He holds me from that, through there and all that.
Larry, hang on 1 second. I'm going to put you back in.
Well, can you put Darian in there too?
Who? Oh,
Nice
Darian.
messages for teenage rapists. This is APA Larry King, calling from the Wayne County.
Well, the school, I'm in a hearing right now. I can't talk right now.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Okay, I'll call you. What is it?
Judge, since it's just you and I, can we take the
Oh, yeah.
So, Your Honor, it appears that we've been unable to get our complaining witness served with a subpoena. I've been attempting to reach her, and the police have been attempting to reach her. I actually just tried to call her now. I'm unable to get her. I don't believe she'll be present for today's hearing.
Okay. Mr. Johnson, anything you want to say?
Well, Your Honor, we are ready to proceed, and they've had ample time to have their case together. So I'm asking that the matter be dismissed. If they want to rewrite it, that's on them, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if this matter is to be dismissed by the court, that would only pertain to the felony charge. Then I'd ask that the misdemeanor charges be set for a pretrial.
No problem with that at all. Why don't we set this for a final pretrial and subpoena for that too? There's no sense dragging this out if she's not going to
You want
cooperate.
to put that on the one? You want to put that on the 1/28 date?
Yeah, as long as that works for Mr. Johnson's calendar.
Okay, so are we dismissing the felony charges at this point?
Yes, count 1 will be dismissed without prejudice.
Okay,
And then counts 2 and 3 counts of Mr. King and I have been doing this all day today. So what Mr. King and I are talking about is we'll set this for the 2 misdemeanor counts for a pretrial, final pretrial, January 28th. Require her to be here. They can try to subpoena her for that date. And if she doesn't show up for that one, you can make a motion on the misdemeanor cases.
okay. And what day did you say? The 28th of?
Jan 28th,
Oh, you said January 28th?
correct.
Oh, wait a minute, okay. Let's see, just check and make sure of it. Okay, yeah, that's a Thursday, correct?
Yes, I believe it is.
Okay, and what time?
The time will be determined by the clerks and they're going to mail out notices.
Oh, okay.
No,
Most
just
likely,
AM.
Mr. Johnson,
pardon?
time that doesn't work for you, let us know.
Okay,
I
All
have
right.
no problem
Yeah.
attempting to move that around.
So-
But let me know with plenty of notice because I am sending a subpoena out to them.
for January 28th. Okay,
Yes, sir.
all right.
All right. And
Thank
Mr.
you.
Stevenson, your bond is continued. Anything else, gentlemen?
Speak further from the people, Your Honor.
I don't know, is my client on a tether?
I'm looking at the bond. Hold on
I
just a
am.
minute.
I am.
Since we're putting this off, is it possible we could take him off the tether at this time? There hasn't been any violations or anything of it, as far as I know.
Hey, to that, Your Honor, I would say that I think that no violations of the tether is proof that the tether is working to keep
Well-
him away from the complaining witness and to assure his appearance in court. He does have an extensive criminal history, including prior assault charges. So I would object.
I can't argue that. I can't argue that, but I'm still going to remove the tether.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Other than that, all bond conditions stay.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So would he just go over to Dickerson to have that removed? Or what's the process for that?
That's my understanding, correct?
Okay. Thank you,
I
Your
don't know
Honor.
about, I don't know about getting, it might be a little late in the day to get it done today, but I don't know.
Okay. All right.
We'll,
Thank
we'll
you.
do the minimus that releases the tether. That'll be done today.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Your Honor. Everyone have a
You're
good day,
welcome.
good weekend. Okay.
Stay
Thank you.
healthy.
Okay. Bye-bye.
So, Ms. Fortier, why did we not get to see your lovely face this morning, but we're seeing it this afternoon?
Judge, I had a motion hearing in another court this morning, so I was back and forth between those, and I didn't want to be disruptive. I am all yours this afternoon.
Okay. And I guess we're waiting for the next one, Larry.
Yep. I know the defense attorney is here. He was just flagging me in the hallway. His client's over from custody. So let me go pop my head into the hallway and see what's going on.
Yep, I'm ready.
Thank
You can mute it on public comment. Thank you. I'm gonna go.
Can we meet in the courtroom? The defense and defendant are going in for the 2:30. Anybody hear me? I'm zooming with Paula and Judge, I think.
I can hear you, Larry.
What?
I can hear you.
Oh, no, you can hear me. I mean, does Paula hear me? And
Oh.
can she get Judge to come to the bench? I'm going into the courtroom, I think. Did somebody let Officer Shaheen go? Paula? Judge? Darian?
Larry,
Yeah,
we just got him out.
Okay, thanks.
I'm sorry, we were muted everywhere, so.
Paula, Judge, everybody. Mr. Patillo, can you like wave or something if you can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
She's about 10 minutes out. She's on her way.
Okay. Yeah, that's
I
fine.
wanted to talk with
We'll
her.
wait.
Yeah, that way I could
We'll
talk
wait.
to her about bond and whatnot.
No, I'd rather have her input now than afterwards.
Agreed.
So we're just chilling.
Okay, I'm gonna
Thank you,
mute
Your
you,
Honor.
Larry, but we can still hear you, okay?
You're gonna mute me, but you can still hear me?
I'm gonna mute you. I mean, mute us.
All right, I'm muting myself.
What are you gonna do when you're not here anymore and I can't pick on you and you can't pick
You
on
can pick on
me?
Darian instead. No, trust me, I'm gonna have plenty to do, and I'm sure you'll still see me from time to time.
Hey, now, why don't you speak for yourself, Larry?
She doesn't want to be picked on.
Prefer to sit here or back there?
All right,
I'm
I'm
fine here.
muting us.
Okay.
I unmuted from up there.
All right, People versus Matthew Storms. Gentlemen, your appearances, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Larry King on behalf of the people, P78774.
Your Honor, Patrick Arella on behalf of Matthew Storms, who's sitting to my right, P72743.
Thank you. They teach them to jump up to talk when they're in law school. You don't have to do that.
Okay.
I understand today's date and time set for an exam, and there's a bond discussion.
Yes, Your Honor. We approached the bench earlier today, and as I mentioned, I would like to file a motion that this court adjust the bond conditions for Matthew Storms to release him into treatment. I've spoke with Ty Guthrie on several occasions, and I just sent him a message to make sure that there was a bed available at the Monroe facility. It's called Touchstone Recovery. We believe that Mr. Storms would be in much better situation if he were under supervised care than in the facility that he's currently in with the people that he's.
Give me broad strokes. Give me an idea what kind of treatment he's going to get at Touchstone.
So that they require him to be in a alcohol, let's say Alcohol Anonymous, but it's an alcohol treatment program. Mm-hmm. They have scheduled entrance times that he's allowed to be in the facility, times that he has to be back in the facility. Mm-hmm. He's got conditions of employment. There are conditions for him to abide by any court orders that he has, and he has to work and he has to pay weekly for his ability to stay there.
And does Mr. Storms have a job?
Mr. Storms is without employment right now.
Okay.
But one of the conditions of him being there is he has to be
Find a job.
actively prove that he is seeking employment while he's there.
Okay.
There are group, within the home itself, there are group sessions for him that he must attend. Mm-hmm. It would be an environment, he's already been incarcerated for a couple of months. We believe that the treatment that he would receive would be better than the exposure he's getting to the people he's with currently while he's incarcerated.
I agree with all of that.
Your Honor, everyone involved in this case has made it clear to me that alcohol is the underlying issue, the root cause of the issues. However, I will note for the court that the defendant has an extensive criminal history. He had another matter pending, I believe, when this case was first brought before the court, was a failure to appear on a driving while license suspended, if I'm correct. But he has an extensive criminal history, and the complaining witness in this case has concerns regarding contact. There's no contact desired by any of the parties in this case. The people want to make sure that no contact is a clear condition, and not returning to the location where this happened is a clear condition. The people would request that if the court is to release him, a GPS tether be part of any of that bond, but the people do oppose modification of bond in its entirety. So we oppose bond modification for the reasons stated, the extensive criminal history and safety concerns for the victim and the community. However, if the court nonetheless wishes to amend the bond, the people would strongly request that no contact be in place and that be enforced by a GPS tether.
All right, and the complainants are Stephanie, it's Govey, but I'm assuming that's a typo, it's supposed to be Govey.
G-O-V-I-E.
Yeah.
Stephanie Goby,
Stephanie and Glenn Govey.
who are present in the court today.
Do either of you folks live in Monroe County?
No, we both live in Belleville.
Okay,
They're Wayne County residents.
okay.
Currently, Your Honor, I'll add Mr. Storms has no transportation.
The reason I set, actually on 20-1544, it is remand, it's no bond. And the reason I did that was because the allegation that I got from the PD at that time was that incident violated terms on another file.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Has that file been resolved?
No. He was under no contact order on the case, the domestic violence third offense notice that occurred June the 6th. And at the time, he then went and committed alleged to have committed the acts underlying the offense date 9/29/20, which included him returning to a home from which he was excluded pursuant to the no contact order on the June case. And again, Your Honor, the concern that the people have is, although, we would love to see him get some help for his alcoholism, and I understand the jail is not the best place, for him to be. However, he is getting, 4 meals, he's getting 3 meals a day, a roof over his head, and no alcohol while he's in jail.
We hope.
My concern is that if he were to be released, he would yet again return to that residence, even if there were strings and conditions. I mean, a GPS tether can only do so much, a no contact order can only do so much. I don't want him to fall off the wagon, so to speak, become intoxicated and put these folks in danger again. I don't want to see anyone get hurt, and that is my concern in this case. That being said, I understand everything that defense counsel has brought to the attention of the court, and I largely agree with a lot of it. However, I have safety concerns for our complainant in this case.
As do I.
So, Your Honor, just as a closing note on behalf of Mr. Storms, there are extenuating circumstances that brought him back to the residence, not just on that one night. And there's some alleged complicity on behalf of the defendant in that matter, which changes the dynamic and the circumstances that are being alleged in the complaint. We're not trying the case right now, we're not hearing it right now, but even the direction of the contact, when we get down to if we have to try the matter, will probably be demonstrated was in opposite of what would be expected or what was alleged in this case. So the prosecutor mentions he has an extensive record, and because he brought it up, I will tell you that my client has went with the public defender and admitted guilt when he was guilty on all those occasions. This is the first time that he has stood his ground, so to speak, and asked for assistance beyond a defense counsel. So in this matter, he has definitely learned his lesson.
Any objection if I quiz your client a little bit?
Absolutely not, Your Honor.
Are you comfortable taking your mask off?
Yes, Your Honor, I thought it was a rule.
No, I'd rather look at your face while I talk to you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
You stand up?
No, you're all right.
Okay.
Mr. Storms, I've been doing this, I think we're closing out my 21st year now. So I know there's always a lot of layers to these onions, okay?
Okay.
As much as I would love to see you in treatment, because I'm not a jail fan, I'm a treatment fan, my main concern is that I don't see a news broadcast with these people's names in it.
I understand.
Because something went south. I can read between the lines from what Mr. Rell is telling me about what happened on September 29th. But what I need is an assurance that whatever extenuating circumstances got you where you're at now, don't happen again.
Yeah, and I like...
Hold on, I didn't ask a question yet. I'm going to.
Yes.
But brother, I need you to sell me that you're not there anymore.
Yes.
That you're smarter, that you're not gonna let yourself get sucked in by the circumstances that put you in dangerous situations. Because as much as I want you in treatment, my main concern is that nobody else gets hurt in this thing. That's my main concern. I don't want my name being on the news because some victim on a case got approached by a defendant that I let out to go to treatment. You hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
So brother, sell me.
I will go along with the tether. I will check in regularly. I know I do have a problem with the alcohol, and I know a little bit had to do with that with my judgment. And I know that me going back and doing that is just going to land me right back in here. Instead of having one case, now I have multiple cases. I mean, this is not what I want, Your Honor. And I know if I'm farther enough away, if I'm in Monroe, if I have a tether, if I'm away from alcohol and drugs or anything like that, it will not happen again. I will be so far away from the situations that led me back there to the first place that I believe I won't commit the same problem.
I'm assuming you've had lots of conversations with your attorney.
I've had 3, Your Honor.
Okay, not as many as you'd like.
Not as many as I'd like.
He's got a plan for this whole mess, right? He's got a plan?
Yeah.
Okay, you understand that if there's a violation, you just cut his knees right out from under him with his plan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
I'm gonna let him go to treatment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
There is one other consideration as you adjust the bond order, the daughter. So there's, that is a heartstring.
Did you folks share a daughter together?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
That could be the impetus of something in the
Okay.
future. So what I would like to see is something that crafts some time that he has where there needs to be compliance, so there's no interaction with the other party, so he can do what he needs to do with his daughter, and we can have some security that we have rules on both sides where this transaction might happen.
There's no front of the court action going?
No, Your
Okay.
Honor.
All right.
And Your Honor, if I could speak to that.
Please.
It's never my intention to keep someone away from their child. And I've spoken with the complaining witnesses in this case. You know, my problem is I don't have a problem with him being able to facilitate child exchanges or child visitations. I would want that to occur through a third party. And I've spoken to them, and I don't think there is a third party with whom that could occur right now. Neither one of them have been able to identify a third party to me. If the defendant or the defense can identify a third party
Right.
through which these child custody exchanges could occur, I would see that would be appropriate. However, I don't believe there is such a third party.
Let's find out.
I would just suggest an offer of if Lester Storms might be agreeable.
If
Just
they
to
could
pick
come
up
up by
or
the
drop them off.
microphone.
Ma'am, I need you to come up here so you're loud enough to pick up on the
I
microphone.
was hoping, I told her she wouldn't be called to testify.
Sorry.
I should have said that.
No, it's fine. I'm okay with him seeing her. I want him to see her. It's fine that Les takes her. She just doesn't know him very well, so she's just gonna be a little upset.
Mhm.
That's one thing I was concerned about.
How old's your daughter, ma'am?
Almost 2.
Okay. Okay.
I think that, can I just speak real quick?
Please.
I do think treatment is the best option for him, and I don't want him to be away from his daughter.
Right.
So,
Don't cry. I'm a sympathetic crier. I don't want to cry today.
I'm sorry, I'm easily crier, so, but I think we could work that out, with someone bringing her to him.
Okay. Who's
I
last?
think we all agree
My
that
father.
a third-party intermediary can facilitate child care exchanges, but I don't want these two to have any contact
Okay.
whatsoever.
Well, and I don't either, okay? Here, as long as Les is willing, and I'm assuming he is or you wouldn't have brought it up. So, and I'm worried about your little girl, okay? Because 2 years old, you know, a lot of things can be really traumatic when you're 2 years old.
He's
So,
very good with her,
yeah,
when he's not drinking.
I'm not even worried about that because I assumed you know that situation and you wouldn't even have said I'm okay with it if you were worried about her safety. What I'm worried about is what you told me is she doesn't know Les that well. So perhaps we could do something where what's your daughter's name?
Eva,
Eva. What's my granddaughter's name?
she was born on Christmas Eve.
Oh, good reason for that name. All right, so maybe you and Eva could ride in the car with Les to a location where you stay in the car and Les takes Eva in to see her dad.
That'd be fine.
And then she, you can comfort her all the way there,
Yeah.
right? Once she sees daddy, she's gonna be excited, she's gonna forget about who drove, right?
Yeah,
But yet you stay in the location, or, you stay at the McDonald's and he takes her over to the Burger King so she can visit her dad, whatever. And I think that keeps the two of them separated to satisfy all those concerns.
And if a system like that were to be put in place, I would not consider that a violation of the no contact order. However, if he walks up to the car and starts
Right,
talking to her,
right,
game
right.
over.
Right.
Yes.
I don't want you within 100 feet of her.
Yes.
All right, and have a conversation with dad. I don't want dad talking to her about anything other than Eva. I told Eva I'd buy her an ice cream cone if she was a good girl. If it's about Eva, then he can talk to
Yes.
mom, but I don't want him talking to mom about this
Third-party
stuff.
conversations.
Nothing about this stuff. It's all about Eva,
Yes, Your Honor.
which is a pretty profound statement. It's all about Eva. Treatment's about Eva.
Yes, I know.
You understand that?
I understand, Your
Okay.
Honor.
All right, so I'm willing to put him on a personal bond so he can go down to Monroe and get his treatment. It's still no contact with you, of any kind. She calls you and begs you. She sends a note with Eva that begs you to meet with her and talk about this stuff. She can't change my court order,
Yes, Your Honor.
okay? Me, one of my benchmates, they can change the order. She can't change the order. He can't change the order. All right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So until you hear it from me, you forget about having contact with Ms. Goldie.
Yes, Your Honor.
We're golden on
Yes,
that?
Thank you for letting me see
And
my
Glenn
daughter.
Goby. And the father, Glenn Goby.
And Glenn Goby too. The Gobies. You stay
And
away from the
that
Gobies.
residence.
Forget about the Gobies.
And that
Yes, Your Honor.
residence.
Right.
Now, Your Honor,
I don't even want to, clear, GPS tether's gonna say you can't come to Wayne County.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right?
Yeah,
So,
stay in Monroe.
you gotta stay in Monroe. A, it's better for your treatment.
Yes.
And I'm assuming, Mom, you wanted to go to Monroe if that's what it takes so Eva could see Dad. All right.
so he'll be GPS tethered to Monroe County. Okay.
Yep. All right, so, all right, on each one of these files, your bond is gonna be $100,000 personal bond. That means you screw up, it's $200,000 to get out of jail.
Okay.
All right?
Yes, Your
The
Honor.
conditions that I just put on in place. Mr. Arella, any clarification necessary for that?
No contact with Glenn Goby, no contact with Stephanie Goby.
No contact with Wayne
Daisy,
County.
No contact with Wayne County.
Stay in Monroe.
Yep, I don't want you in Wayne County unless you come to court.
Yes.
And
Yes, Your Honor.
do want this to be clear, people are not stipulating to any bond amendment, we're objecting to.
Understood. Over your objections, got that.
Thank you.
And it's not other residents of Wayne County, it's just geographic, he's not allowed.
I don't want him in Wayne County to come look at a used car. For any reason.
Yes,
There's
sir.
no reason you need to be in Wayne County until I change this order.
Okay. Until.
I want them to have the comfort that if they see you while they're in Wayne County, they see you, they can call him and say he violated.
This means no job,
Not in Wayne County.
no job.
And you don't want a job in Wayne County in it. You're living in Monroe. You want a
Yeah.
job down there.
Monroe.
No questions,
Yes, Your
Your
Honor.
Honor.
Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Now, we gotta pick another date for the
Well,
exam.
I think there's another motion first.
Another,
Well, I'd like to pick the date before I,
You'll want to hear this motion before you.
oh, it's not, okay, all right. It's not the one I was anticipating then. Go ahead.
so as I said when we approached the bench, I was asked to come visit with Mr. Storms
Right.
and Stephanie,
Right.
and that makes me a witness in
Yep.
this matter. I have information that's sensitive to the case.
Yep.
So I'm going to have to withdraw.
Mhm.
And Mr. Storms has said if we will find a substitute counsel for
And you know that, you know all about that.
Yes, we
Yeah,
spoke.
okay, all right, granted.
Thank you.
Okay.
I don't want to, I want to make it clear that Mr. Storms know how to get an NDS attorney if he can't find a private attorney. Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit will represent Mr. Storms if he cannot find a private attorney, and I don't want there to be undue delay in this case while he seeks a private attorney.
Right. It's easy. Tell me you want an attorney and we'll have an attorney appointed for you for
Yes,
the next
I'm
one.
aware. I'll probably get the same one they had for me last time before I hired.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Mr. King, when's the next date for you?
Your Honor,
for
this would be Ms.
Ms.
Fortier.
Fortier. Do you have any idea?
No, Your Honor, I don't have, I mean, I am out here. I personally am out here on the 16th for an AWIM exam. I believe that's set with Your Honor. That being said, most of this case is, this one probably included, it'll be handled by Ms. Fortier moving forward.
Okay. All right, so let's just set this for PCC. So then whoever your new attorney is can have some input on the date. We can do
You
that.
know, I'll probably keep this case, but yeah, anyway.
We can probably do that in 2 weeks, can't we, Paul? PCC?
Oh, I'm sure, sir. It'll be us anyway.
I didn't say this as part of your condition, but I think it goes without saying, you gotta be in Touchstone. I mean, it's
Yes.
the whole reason for the new bond is to
Yes.
get you in
Yep.
Touchstone, stay in Touchstone. They kick you out because you're not playing by their rules, that violates my bond.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
So December 2nd, Judge?
Fine.
That'll be a morning PCC that day?
Correct.
And I'm just gonna set it at 9 AM.
And is the address that we're worried about him returning to Bemis? The Bemis address?
94 Daisy.
Daisy, 94 Daisy, Van Buren Township. May also be known as Belleville, but it's a Van Buren Township.
Got it.
I'm having him sign a notice, Judge.
Thank you. as I'm making my notes, Mr. Storms, I realized you will have to go to Wayne County to get your tether. And if there are any tether issues, you're gonna have to go to Wayne County because that's where the jail is.
That was gonna be my next question.
Yeah. So if it's, and I consider that court-related because I ordered the tether. So if it's not court-related, stay out of Wayne County.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, gentlemen, is there anything else to do today on the Storms file?
Just a quick confirmation on the time of that, the new PCC on the last, or the second.
Pardon?
Call it 10 a.m.
Oh, I put it at 9. I'm
9?
sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I would, you want to give him a copy of it?
He's not gonna be the attorney anymore.
The
I know,
person I'm
but-
speaking to might,
Okay.
yeah, that would be helpful anyway.
Goldwyn. The Goldwyn.
9 o'clock, yeah. You change it to 9 o'clock.